You know what it's like, you go into the shoe shop thinking of history or the cross, £12 for Club UK in the Aquarium, but in contrast, more and more house clubs in the capital are trying to move away from the exclusiveness surrounding much of London's club scene. What if you simply can't spare over a tenner at the door? Well, Drive Time's Barry Kelly visited one of the friendliest and one of the fishiest clubs in town.
Clubbing on a Saturday night has become increasingly expensive over the last few years. But Kettle of Fish, a monthly club night held underneath the King's Arms pub on the Edgware Road, is trying to change all that. Its recipe of house, garage and techno isn't that unusual, but its atmosphere and cheap entrance fee is unheard of in this era of pop star DJs and glamorous multi-million-pound super clubs. Massimo is one of the club's organisers. Where did he get the idea for the night?
When we first started out, it was under a restaurant in Victoria somewhere, and it was a club that was decorated with fish. So we had to think of a name that has something to do with fish. So we thought of Kettle of Fish, seeing as the club itself is a bit of a different kettle of fish anyway. We can remember not going out because we couldn't afford to get into a club. So we try and keep this as affordable as we can. It's just because the whole thing's just become a bit more impersonal and a bit more faceless, the whole scene. It's great here because the decks are very, very close to the audience. You basically turn around, you can start dancing along with the crowd while you're DJing, and it is really personal. People come and talk to you, and everyone who's here is equally involved in the party.
Alongside the dancing DJs is a crazy percussionist, hammering his bongos in time with the records, whatever the speed. His name's Paul Lanzarotti, and he's a recent convert to the Kettle of Fish clan.
As soon as the crowds start to come in, at 12, half 12, that's when you can feel it building. And next thing you know, it's just like people are screaming, whistles blowing. I mean, of all the clubs I've been to, this is the noisiest.
Even though the club's small and there's no big-name DJs on show, the event is still very popular. Kettle of Fish DJ Blacks believes the days of expensive, exclusive clubs are numbered.
They're looking for things to get bigger, when in actual fact, to get better, I think we've got to go back to small clubs. We're trying to say to people, you don't have to go to one of these big, purpose-built, money-making clubs to have a good time.
I asked the club goers what they think.
Some of them are very good, and some of them are worth paying a certain amount of money for, but not £15.
Cheap and cheerful, that's what we like.
Every time we used to go out and used to think it was all like new music. You'd hear tunes that would like really get you going, but now it's just like you've heard it all before. It's getting very samey.
All that's happening now is it's gone for a cycle. Everyone's calming down again. They're taking it in again. It'll explode again. 3 or 4 years in time, there'll be a new music, a new vibe, and everyone will be going outwards again, and the clubs will be getting bigger. But at the moment, the cycle is going down. It's going smaller.
That report for us by Barry Kelly.